The MBTI is actually the Timu version of the foundational theory of psychological types by Carl Jung. He came out with this theory 100 years ago, and his theory was based completely on empirical evidence and observations that he saw over the span of decades. Then, decades later, Myers-Briggs came out with the MBTI typing system, and corporations ate that up and used it to assess potential workers and how people would mesh with teamwork. So that's one reason it became super popular. And the other reason is people just love to label each other. But it's all based on the theory of psychological types, which is very evidence-based and meticulously observed even after Carl Jung passed. And let me explain this theory to you very simply. The theory of psychological types says that human beings are born with 4 cognitive arms. These are cognition tools that you're born with. Cognition means perception and judgment. Just like you're born with 2 physical arms, you use these mental arms to get things done and process things. But just like your right and left arm, you do not use these 4 arms equally. Over time, one arm becomes dominant. Why? Because you use it more, and because you use it more, it becomes stronger and more capable, and because it's more stronger and more capable, you use it even more. It's a positive feedback loop that makes that arm more and more dominant. And because you're using that dominant arm more, by definition, you're using the other arms less. Because you're using them less, they become more and more undeveloped, and which makes you want to use it even less. It's a negative feedback loop. It's a mixture of nature and nurture, just like your right and left arm. You'll notice that babies just go to one arm more than the other naturally. And if their right arm is the dominant arm, they just use it more. And because of that, the left arm becomes weaker and less developed. Long story short, your dominant function becomes your go-to way of navigating the world. When somebody says that I'm an INTJ or I'm an ESFP, what they're really saying is this is the mental tool I naturally use most. It's about the mental arm that's developed more than the others. Here's the key point. The value in learning your type is not to box yourself in, is to learn about yourself so that you can know your strengths and also work on your weaknesses. It's for you to attain balance. It gives you knowledge about what your dominant cognition arm is and which arms you're neglecting. Imagine going through life knowing that you have a dominant arm, but not knowing which one is your dominant arm. That's going to make you try to achieve complicated tasks using your weak arm and wondering why it feels so hard, and not knowing which arm to develop. That's what happens when you don't understand your own psychology.